It is a world of darkness, and the warriors of Gaia fight over the fate of the world against their enemy, the cosmic force of entropy and corruption, the worm. Unbeknownst to mankind, they wage a war against the coming apocalypse, with new cubs taking up the cause to fight with fang, clave, and gun and claw. They give the worm no quarter. They give it only rage.
Even as the bitter cold tears at you, as the blizzard rages on for what has been a couple of days now, you stand at the precipice looking down over the mine, its vast expanse covering several hundred feet. The smells on the wind are difficult to catch. Everything too frostbitten and chilled to leave anything more than the scent of fresh air in your nostrils. There is, however, a faint smell of the pines, which undercuts the bitter frost wind, dirt and snow beneath you biting into your exposed flesh. Any flesh which is exposed for those still in Hamid is red and feels as though it's burning just from the cold. Any in the Krynos, Hispo, or Lupus find that the cold is bearable, if unpleasant. The howl of the wind ever present, you look over the mine, which clearly is no simple operation. Something foul breeds here. The scene is yours.
As she looks down at the mine, she would say, "We need to get down there, see what we can find on this operation, because this is not good. There's no way we're letting some fucking Pentex subsidiary get their hold here." She looks then over to Dave. "Hey Dave, that satellite needs computers, right?"
Dave, holding back a whimper, would look down, seeing his own mortality strewn out before him, knowing full well what the hell he's looking at, or at least to some degree, as he nods somberly. That it would be. We need a plan, though.
If there are computers, maybe we can find out what exactly they're doing here, or what exactly that thing is. She says, looking over to the big black...
Dave looks over to the big black thing and says, "That's D."
Well, if you don't that is not a very kind thing
shut
to
up.
say.
Darren looks back towards the egg and just looks at it. Something's familiar about it.
I think that what we should do is we're going to be splitting up into two groups. Me, Dave, and Snarls looking for the computers. But if something goes wrong and the guards start getting suspicious of people who are messing with the computers, Darren and Dee, I think you two might be best to find a way to create some sort of distraction. Not expose yourself, but just something to draw their attention away.
I'm seeing a lot of lights on the edge leading down. Maybe we break one of those. Bound to see that, right?
They are all pointing towards the egg.
OC. Nylan, with Lightning Calculator, would I be able to find in this encampment enough dynamite to cause a landslide to submerge the egg?
If you could find enough dynamite, you might be able to, especially with the blizzard, cause an avalanche.
Find
You would
it.
need minimally 300 pounds of TNT.
Is that for the whole cavern?
Yeah.
I would look to Snarls and say, "Do you know any sort of, spirits that could, bring down that side of the mountain onto that egg?
I mean,
Is that even possible?"
perhaps, but I don't think we should be communicating with any spirits.
No, the Banes might be able to sense it.
Exactly. I think we should leave our gifts and spirit-speaking capabilities to rest for now.
Agreed. If they can hear us, yeah, that's a good idea.
After doing that quick calculation, I look back down at the egg. Guys, remember that dream I had the other night?
Yeah.
Darren points at it. Black monolith.
I got a feeling that's what it was.
There aren't just Banes around, there are gonna be black spirals too. Be on your guard. And any guards here, Nylan, could I see around with wolf sight and see those 3 patrols?
Go ahead and roll a perception investigation.
I walk up to D and mumble, "We all get out of this, or none of us do."
Yeah, so what?
I'm just saying, keep your eye on Darren. We don't need him getting himself killed.
I've been keeping my eye on him for a long time. Don't you worry.
Darren, you can see that there are people patrolling the camp itself, though vastly fewer than anyone else that's at those patrol perimeters. They seem to be moving between outposts at those 3 points. And the patrol seems to go all around the entirety of the way down to the egg. Multiple patrols.
And the outposts they're going between, they're not very big, they're just like stopping points so that they can warm themselves up, right?
Stopping points, fixed positions, you're not entirely sure. You're counting about 5 patrols. You can see by the headlights.
Got you. Also, did I hear what Dave and Dee were saying, or was I too fixated on what I was looking at?
You heard very much like a word here or there.
Could I have heard my name?
Not really.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you probably picked your name out.
After looking at that, I turned my head to the 2 of them. You saying something?
Yeah, we're talking about what we gonna do with you. Because you kind of the big cannon here. You feel?
Talk to me, not about me. I'm a member of the
Oh,
pack.
damn it.
We all know that Darren here is the best fighter, but honestly, right now, this place, we shouldn't be getting into any kind of fight. If there are black spirals, if there are Fomori, and if there are hundreds of Banes surrounding this place.
Tara's right. Those patrols are only like 5 of them. They got 3 outposts around. A site this big, only having 5 guys around, especially this important of a thing, they're gonna have silver bullets. They're gonna know we're here. Servants of the worm, they're gonna know how to kill us.
I whispered to everyone, I wish we could get in contact with the Wendigos without getting killed. If only they'd listen.
Yeah, we can worry about that after we've found out what we can here.
Think of it like an extra part of the Rite.
And brothers are remarkably good at being stubborn.
She looks to, Darren. You think you see anything that could be used as a distraction if we get found out?
He looks to D, and then looks back to Tara. Could cause an avalanche. Find enough TNT, we can bring this whole place down. Though, I mean, it's a lot of TNT.
We can probably carry a little bit.
I'm
don't
worried
need
about
a ship,
finding
though.
enough.
I
Well,
mean,
the
oh,
muscle-
this big, they got at least 100 pounds somewhere around here.
Finding it would prove its own dangers, but things that we need to keep in mind. She looks to Snarls and Dave. While we try looking for whichever building down there has the computers, we also need to keep a lookout for any, I don't know if this place is, extra guards going between the buildings, or cameras or alarms. That she briefly pauses and looks to Snarls. Do you know what cameras are?
I mean, it's like the thing we saw out earlier, right?
Yeah.
Then I guess, yeah.
They're essentially these small boxes that people can watch what you do through and can alert them to your presence. I'm not sure if there are any down there, but just in case, so you know what to look out for. Now, it's probably going to be best and easier for us to move around without drawing any attention to ourselves in a smaller form, like Lupus.
Looks like I'm good to go then.
Yeah. Where'd you guys' clothes go?
Stashed them back straight not too far away from you. Don't you worry.
Yeah, turns back to D. Hey, show me where you stashed your stuff. I'll turn over there too. Better keep
Hey,
the clothes,
come
no
on with
point
me.
in wasting them. Yeah.
We'll be back in 5. If we ain't, either come looking for us or get the fuck out.
Yeah, if we aren't, you'll know.
I ain't leaving you.
You have jobs to do, the 3 of you. I'm not gonna be here to protect you anyway. Let's get started.
He gives a nod with his head, as if like gesturing, come on, let's go. And then starts trotting off to where he stashed his clothes, not too far away from here. Nice
Keeps
little grove of trees. By a bush.
Darren keeps a very good eye on the surroundings in case there's another patrol coming near them.
D will do the same.
So D and Darren are going somewhere to stash clothes really quickly, and the others are...
For a moment, I'm just gonna have a look down and see if there's any activity or movement between the buildings.
Perception alertness.
Is there any wires going from the satellite dish to maybe a building?
From the distance you're at, that's a lot to ask for. Tara, as far as you can tell, the shapes are really just black and white splotches on the slowly darkening sky. You can't really discern any distinctive movement, especially with the wind blowing as hard as it is. Hell, gusts of snow are going all over the place. Though, to be fair, it does make it easier for you to sneak around, too.
Tara says over to Snarls. Hey Snarls, I don't know if there's any movement between the buildings in that camp, but you're the best here at sneaking and you've got a good eye. So I think it's best for you to lead the way and let us know when it's safe to go.
Snarls would nod.
I look to Snarls and say, I believe in you.
Looking to Tara, Snarls would say, so to the camp then?
She would nod.
OC, would I know if peering into the Umbra would alert Bane?
Anything at all which would require Gnosis risks discovery from Banes, and if there are black spirals, any of them which may be sensing for you.
Okay.
Out of character, is there any way for us to mask our scent?
I mean, there's a whole lot of snow and a blizzard.
So it should be okay?
It'll make things a lot fucking harder.
Okay.
Okay. Snarls would look around their surroundings, mainly at the camp, to see if he'd see movement of any of the guards or anything out of the ordinary.
Perception would... There is some movement in the camp. Not as heavy as the patrols around the mine. You doubt there's more than maybe 5 people wandering the entirety of the camp.
Would they seem to be guards?
Too far away to tell.
Okay. Snarls would gesture to the rest of the group to follow him. Currently, where would we be standing?
You're pretty much on the hillside looking down.
Would there be any way to cover ourselves while heading towards the camp?
Snow-covered trees, branches creaking in the blizzardish winds, the bushes and shrubbery which are painted white, or many of which are missing any and all leaves. And if you dig under the snow enough, plentiful amounts of dirt.
Snarls would start to lead the group, staying on the far side to avoid getting seen, noticed, or passing the guards. And then using the wall to hide behind and taking another look to see if he'd see anything else.
The 3 of you roll dex and athletics as you descend this rather steep ridge.
Me too? Oh yeah, I'm there with you.
Just before Tara starts moving, she would look to Dave and just say to him, hey, we're all counting on you to be able to get into those computers. I would say go make your ancestors proud, but well, you're a glasswalker, so just... I know you got this one, man, okay? Don't let us down.
I look around and lean in and whisper, I'm gonna make my mom proud.
Let's just get down there, Dave.
The 2 of you, following Snarls' example, begin to proceed down the ridge, frankly more akin to mountain goats than wolves, leaping from cropping to cropping, where there's enough foothold for each of you to land with your weight balanced before moving to the next. Occasionally, using your front paws to kind of slide you down as the back ones put up some resistance. It's a slow, steady decline. Snarls actually doing it a little freakishly naturally. Goes to show what a natural-born wolf can do. Tara, taking a bit of inspiration from Dave, begins to imitate the shimmy, the pounce, the bounding from outcropping to outcropping. She very quickly begins to make her way down. Dave has a slight slip, taking his time, being a little unsure, occasionally adjusting the weight of his paws, reaching out and seeing if he can reach the next outcropping with a paw before jumping to it. You know, taking things with the caution a human might approach things with.
I lightly whisper, slow and steady wins the race. Don't break your leg. Don't land on your face.
Fair. Snarls, on the other hand, well, he gives a very quiet as he misses his footing and nearly goes tumbling down the ridge. Tara, luckily nearby, manages to bite down on the back of his pelt at the base of the neck. There's a bit of more scruff and give and help haul him back up onto an outcropping.
After that, could I look around to see if anyone realized or noticed them?
I'm pretty sure Tara did. Dave, he might have been a little too preoccupied with I can brush the edge of it. Just maybe if I put my foot here and I didn't have to jump. Human birdie. Fuck you, mountain. Looks at the rest of the way down. Fuck. Go ahead and roll again. Tara snarls. Make steady, fast progress, bounding in silence as wolves stalking prey. They leap, run, and occasionally slide a bit down the hill, making a steady, quick progress side to side so that they don't veer too much in a single direction. Dave, he's trying to reach an outcropping. His paw grazing it. He puts his full weight down and whoop! His front and back, his front paws between his rear legs. He is skidding down the mountainside with the snow, the only thing keeping the ridged rocks from clipping his balls off. The two of you see him go woo! Past you an instant before you realize, oh shit, that's Dave.
Fuck, Dave, why?
Can I, oh shit.
Starting with you, Dex and Athletics, to see if you can save yourself from going face first down the ridge, probably gaining a lot of speed.
Can we
right to the floor?
Can we help grab him?
Yes, actually, if you want to, that will your successes will add to his strength athletics. Yes, Dave does pretty good on slowing himself down. He begins to push his weight back. He lifts his paws kind of out to his side. He kind of looks like a cartoon coyote trying to slow himself down on a fall from a precipice. He sees a branch of an old tree kind of growing out of the ridge side, and he decides to just go wolf brain at this point, biting the branch as hard as he can. For a moment, his back swishes off the edge of the ridge before slamming him back against it as he dangles there. The two of you managing, after a minute, to make it by his side. Snarls biting the back of the extra bit of fur and flesh at the base of his neck. Then Tara joining and helping haul him up onto an outcropping. Thankfully saving him from where he started to the rest of the way, about 45-foot slam straight into the floor.
I look up and mutter, I guess I must have transferred into two left paws.
Snarls will just shake.
How far away are we from the thing?
Not too far away, maybe 20 feet.
Okay.
Meaning, one final roll.
Alright.
I can just imagine the other two members of the pack looking down like, Did they just choose to climb down a fucking steep ridge? Yes. Okay.
Why couldn't we just walk around the path?
Can I? Oh god, do I really want to use a wits? Sorry, willpower.
We still have an entire fucking thing to go through.
Yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna raw dog.
The three of you managed to descend, Tara taking a slight bit longer, mostly because she's now following Dave like a mother hen ready to catch the chick before it drowns itself. But he's doing pretty good. He's managing to somewhat keep up with Snarls and just follow his pace. That's good. The three of you making it down looked up at the ridge, which was a little over 100 feet tall, but, you know, fuck it. We did it. And you begin to, skulking down lower, wolves properly stalking, move through the dense amounts of snow and heavy blizzard winds towards the windbreaker. Meanwhile, Darren D, what's going on with the two of you as you go back to where the rest of your pack was and see not only are they gone, they chose to do things the hard way, particularly, God forbid, you hit a ridge.
Darren's just gonna, like, when he gets them in his sight, just kind of, like, tilt his head like a confused pup and, what?
Dee will slowly look to him with the same head tilt.
Darren looks to D and looks back at the pack. His head's still exactly tilted in the exact same angle.
That's one way to do it. Fuck.
God did not bless them with wisdom. Anyway, hey, did you see any, patrols around?
I didn't really get much of a chance to see. Here, let me see if I can spot anything. I'd like to check for patrols.
That's what I.
Perception and alertness. Both of you can see some movement within the camp. You'd wager maybe 4 or 5 people, maybe 1 or 2 extra that just ain't in sight. Most of the patrols, however, are the groups, the 5 of which circle the mine proper, going between the outposts. And then there's the Banes, but you don't really feel like checking in on them.
Hey, do you think they checked for camp dwellers before jumping down?
I hope so.
Well, I don't think we should kill any guards. They're probably gonna check in on the radios. They'll know something's up immediately. Let's...
Stick a time bomb.
Yeah. Looking around, can I see anywhere... I grew up around logging camps. I might know something about where, not explosives particularly, but equipment is stored, which hopefully has explosives.
Go ahead and roll a perception investigation. You can make out to the far right that that is a massive fucking truck. And rule is with these shits, you don't want to have to move things very far when you're loading shit up. So that's a possibility. The other hand is the major buildings that you're seeing, not exactly the sturdiest thing on God's green earth. Something like this, especially with as many guards as they have, they definitely want some kind of security office or something that they keep close by to everything in a somewhat central position. That's about the most you can really get from it off of land.
And that's the truck we saw being hauled in that through the village.
Nope.
This is just a full-on semi.
Yep, big ass fucking 18-wheeler with a trailer.
Cool. Hey, I mean, if we're gonna go for my dynamite idea, you see that building by the truck?
I got you.
That, That's obviously going to be where they pick up, put down supplies, both loading and offloading, because you don't want to trek through all this bull for moving stuff. It could be mining equipment. It could also just be the ore that they were getting. It could also be... you know the guys in the camp that I saw? Were they sent, like, did I see any guards around any specific building, or were they just patrolling?
Just patrolling.
I couldn't see any pattern.
Not really.
Can you see any guard position? I can't make out if they're guarding any building specifically. Because if they were, that'll probably be like the security office, where they probably hold all their bombs and stuff.
I ain't see anything like that, brother.
Damn. Truck might be our best bet. Except maybe that big-ass building, but... Nylan, what's the trajectory of my pack? Like, are they falling towards a building? Like, nearest building, or...?
Right now, they're going towards the windbreak.
Okay. But, like, near the southern edge of the windbreak, or just through the windbreak?
That's up to them. They haven't really said yet.
Oh, I thought they were just tumbling. Fair enough. Oh, wait, no, they're not. Anyway. And there aren't any... all the patrols are centered around the lower mine. There aren't any coming up towards the road or anything that I can see, at least, yeah?
No, nothing coming up the road.
And besides the road, it's just open field.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, silver fur helps.
That
Question.
it does, as long as you stay out of the green sodium lights which are flooding the area.
Nylan, I have a question. I used to sneak around these places a lot as a kid, considering, Dad going from job to job, or at least these kinds of places. Would I be able to figure out a good way to sneak down without having to worry about too many potential people spotting? I know a good way, but I want to see if D does.
What's the
All right.
stealth? Honestly, the ridge is a pretty good route, just for the fact of who the fuck is going to think you're stupid enough? And it's the one position they're going to have the least eyes on, because it's a natural barrier.
Perfect.
The other way would be from, well, if you go up the road, that's where they're going to have the most eyes. Going from the woods would take the longest, but not have as many, though it does get you pretty close to the patrols. And then there's the ridge line around that patch of woodland on the left there, which would be the easiest to sneak down. And fuck, even if you fell, odds are of them hearing you through the blizzard and the woodlands, it's pretty slim.
I used to sneak around these places as a kid a lot. So here's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be a little tricky, but I think we can get there. See that pack of trees over there?
Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking. Go around the edge until we hit a nice natural decline, right? Go down that natural decline and start moving through the trees. We use the trees as cover, and the wall at our backs give us even more cover. Go through there, go around, and we should be able to get onto one of the outposts.
What, so climb down this massive cliff like the others did?
No. The way they did it ain't the right way. There's a couple good ways that are potentially capable of getting down. Another way is going around to the natural decline here, but that would bring us to the road where they definitely aren't patrolling. But then we can use the ridge as cover. But then we got that big open field right in between the building and the road. That's a perfect spot to get spotted and try and do that.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, I want to get there quick. I want to be able to cause a distraction in case they need it soon. Because, looking down at the pack, and, will this be about the time when Dave took a tumble?
You could probably say this is about when you see one of them going.
Boink, 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 boink.
Yeah, I trust Euro way better. And,
Hey.
they're gonna need a distraction soon.
Yeah. You know, them's remarkably good at making some not great decisions. Hey, let's go before I get a hernia.
Yeah. Or frostbite.
Yeah.
And that'll be where we have our first intermission.
Before I go, before I fall.